Well, good morning people. We are here at Legoland. As promised, we're doing a nice vlog.
We are.
This is our second time in Legoland in 2 weeks. We figured we'd come out last week and just, you know, look around the area.
Get a lay of the land.
Get our feet in, you know what I mean? And now we're gonna take you around, me, Donna and Blake, for a nice day around Legoland and show you what's what.
We also want to show everybody that has the access pass how to use it.
Yeah, the access pass has changed, hasn't it, across all the Merlin attractions. Legoland is slightly different than the other ones. So we're going to take this opportunity to show people how it works and how to get the best out of your day here at Legoland.
Come with us.
Let's go. And we have this little dude with us today. Say hi, Blake. Matilda is at school, which is hilarious. Bless her. So yeah, Matilda is at school, but Blake has an inset day, which is brilliant. So it means that we get to spend a bit of time with Blake and give him a bit of attention. But luckily Matilda is going to Legoland with school in a couple of weeks' time, so she gets to be with her friends. She's not that fussed.
So because we've got the ride access pass, Blake's got a Merlin card here. You have to, once you're into the park, you have to get the Wi-Fi. Once you're on the Wi-Fi, that's how you then book onto your rides that you've pre-booked. So our first ride is Ninjago, and we booked it, so off we go.
So the entrance to the park is back this way, and then there's a coffee shop and where the ride access pass is, and shops and what have you. But if you come around this way, before you actually enter the theme park, you can look out over to Windsor, and in the distance over there, you can see Windsor Castle, and there it is, where Harry and Meghan got married. And lots of other interesting things happen, but I'll leave you to look that up yourself. So like in every Lego theme park, we have lots and lots of big bricked animals and things greeting us as we enter the park, and we're going to head down this way to the left hand side as you enter and walk down to the main theme park. You can walk to the left and to the right. It is a very, very, very steep slope. Either side it's going to be a bit of walking, but if you're tired you can get the hill train, and the hill train will take you down and bring you back up if you're tired. But we're going to do some walking because it's early, we've got fresh legs, and walking downhill is always better. Ooh, sweet shop. And here's the boy, walking, very happy. The Finlay's back at another theme park. How long has it been?
A week.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I meant vlogging. I meant vlogging, come on. How long has that been?
Nearly a year. What are we June?
What's it, August? And start of September, so yeah, Christ.
9-10 months ago.
It's been a while people, but we're back. Finlays are adventuring again. Dragon's very cute. He's like an Elton John dragon with his glasses. Look at this boy with his hands in his pockets. Who does he think he is? Boinging around. Oh, Easter Island heads. So we're just heading down the slopes on the way into Legoland. We found this sign that shows you where all the different Legolands are. So Legoland California Resort, 5,445 miles that way. There's New York. There is Billund, Deutschland, Korea, Dubai. Florida's not even on there, Don, or is it on the other side? Oh, there it is. No, it's on this side, yeah. Hey, we've been there, Blake. It's like our own personal theme park for a whole day. Do you remember?
It's not like that here today.
It's not like that here today. Funny story. We came here last week during half term, thinking we'd be able to, you know, get on the rides and do all the things that we want to do, etc., etc. But it was very, very busy.
We're going down
yes, mate.
That roller coaster ride.
Okay. So then we thought, as Blake has an inset day, we'll come back today because it'll be really, really super quiet.
Blake wants to do the roller coaster.
Blake wants to do the roller coaster again?
Yeah, big one. Oh my goodness, look, is that a fox?
It is a fox, with a birthday hat on.
Look at
Go and see
that.
him. But yeah, it's very busy today. Busier than we thought it was going to be. There's birthday fox.
It's a Finlay fox.
Let's take a picture.
You want a picture of the fox? Go on then.
Whoa.
Well done, dude. Whoa. It's a big Lego set, huh? We've not done these before, these little cart things. They're quite fun. I think Blake might like them. Yeah, I think Blake might like them. So this is the new minifigure speedway coaster. It's a dual track coaster that goes forwards and backwards. Blake went on it last week and loved it. Yeah, we thought the new minifigure speedway might be a little bit too much for Blake.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way going on
But
that.
he really wanted to go on it, so we thought, okay, well, let's see what happens. And he went on it, and he was kind of half petrified, half super excited, and came off and said he wanted to do it again. The boy likes roller coasters.
It bodes well for next year.
It bodes well for next year. There'll be very little ride swap.
You do like
You
roller
do.
coasters.
And there's Roxy, the giant minifig.
Boys are on helicopters. Blake! Is it? Oh yeah! Maybe you were right, I should have gone on it. Jake's taking one for the team, clearly. Before Blake lined up for this ride, Jake's like, you can take him on this. I was like, no, you can take it. So he gets on there and he's like, are you going to video the roller coaster? So that's the behind the scenes of vlogging. Who's going to go on the ride and who's going to vlog. But yeah, it was a bit difficult today because Matilda's at school, so I'm playing Goodsbury. So one of us has to go on the ride on their own. They've been sat on there 5 minutes and the helicopter is just about to go up. The one thing about British theme parks that they just don't seem to get a handle on is loading. Loading takes forever, same at Butlins. I don't know why. Anyone know why it takes so long to load people, and yet in Florida they just seem to have a really good system for loading people on? There they are. But they're on now. Bye bye. But do you guys find that wherever you go, if you've been to Florida, you're always comparing everything to the Florida theme parks? Jake's stuck at the top. Let me show you. There we go, coming back down now. Yeah, we compare everything to Florida. And to be fair, if you go to Disneyland Paris, you've got a proper ride system. Whereas in the UK, they just do not seem to know how to do it. So that roller coaster, that new roller coaster, that's only loaded. This is the second time it's been running in 10 minutes. In Florida, I'm pretty sure it runs, you probably get 4 times around that. Let me know if you experience it differently to us, but I'm pretty sure 99% of people watching this that go to the theme parks in Florida, it's just different. Boys are finishing off. There we go, they're going to unload. Let's get Blake's opinion on this one. What did you think?
Was that fun?
Oh my god, there.
On where?
Who wants to go on the little roller coaster now?
On the little one. It's got quite a big weight now. Should we go and do our Ninjago access pass? Should we go and ride Ninjago? Or do you want to see how long the boat ride is? You wanted to do the boat ride, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I wanted to do the boat.
Okay, well let's go and have a look.
Boat ride is.
I was just letting everybody know
Yeah.
that what I've noticed, including that helicopter ride as well as that new roller coaster, how slow loading is. What is it about this country? Everything is done really slowly.
I don't know, it's a really good point. Everything is quite slow, isn't it?
Yeah, and I said we compare everything to Florida.
I think the tricky thing is, parks like Disney know what works. They've been doing it for so long. They have that experience. So they have, I suppose, ride operating standards that everybody has to adhere to, even when you're like loading stuff on or loading people on.
It just seems to run so much smoother. I was saying, in Butlins, everything runs really slow. In Legoland, everything runs really slow. It just seems to be a really slow process.
Yeah, I don't think... It's a really tricky thing, isn't it? I think that as well with... If you had more ride vehicles and stuff, things would work a bit easier too. Like
that little Duplo roller coaster that you saw.
Yeah.
That's only got six
carriages of two.
Of two.
And they go round. It takes what, 2 minutes to stop and load up, so it just takes ages. Well, I don't think it'd be like that way in Florida, would it?
No.
It wouldn't be that way at all.
No. I've just noticed that it's almost a walk-on the fairy tale boat, so we might as well go on it. He wants to go on the fairy tale boat.
He wants to go on the driving boats.
Oh, I thought he was talking about... Alright, I'm wrong.
No, dude, driving boats, because that always has a big wait and you can't book that through the access
pass.
Well, then you can go on the fairy tale boats later. No, no. Other stuff first. We'll come back to the fairy tale boats. We did the fairy tale boats last week, didn't we?
Yeah. It's like small.
That's like saying, I was about to say the exact same thing. It's like saying, we did small one last time. It's not like a get out of jail free card, that is it? It doesn't work that way. See you again soon, fairy tale boats.
Horrible. Typical.
So we decided to try out the old Coast Guard HQ instead of doing Ninjago for now. We'll see what the wait time is like. It said 15 minutes, but we'll see how accurate that is, shall we? So we're nearly at the front of the queue. We are basically out the front of the queue, saying that. We are now at the front of the queue. And we have some geese and some baby geese that have decided they want to ride the ride.
Would you like a goose or a gosling?
Oh my god!
Well,
Which one?
I'm trying to fit on there. Look at these little guys.
Is it? What, another
Hilarious. Hilarious. There we go, we're riding and we got some geese with us. Hey geese. Hey dudes. So we made it onto the ride. It took a grand total of 43 minutes?
Yes.
44 minutes?
I could see haunted mansion.
Yeah, me too, buddy. So the queue when we got into it said 15, actually took 43 minutes, whatever it was, which is a nightmare.
Blake did so well, and the reason he did well was because the ride queue is outside and it's so wide, so he could literally climb on all the climbing
All the metal bars.
all the metal
and stuff,
bars,
yeah.
and he was just basically climbing all the way to the end, so actually it was fine.
Oh no, that's
Uh-oh, what we got?
What can you see, dude?
Oh, he's gonna spray water at
There's
us.
an elephant over
Better
there
not be
spraying.
spraying water at me.
Yeah, he is spraying water.
So, yeah, I think in hindsight we probably wouldn't have queued if we knew it was going to be 40 minutes.
Oh no, we wouldn't have.
But, we did
It was a
it.
good test.
It was a good test.
After 15 minutes, you could tell that things were starting to tighten,
After 15 minutes it was a struggle.
but it was fine.
But he did it, so... Look at this elephant, he just wants to get us wet, doesn't he? He's gonna do it.
He's going to do it just as we go round the corner. Uh-oh.
Oh man!
Oh man. Oh man.
And stop. Thank
I
you.
think we just got away with that. Like, drive, 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 go, 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 go kid, go kid, go kid.
Okay.
Go right.
Right. Right. No. No.
Great theming.
Great theming. We have a polar bear here on
Among the weeds.
one of the weeds.
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all.
So a little goose over here, I think he's coming in for a drink.
No.
Or he's coming in. Oh, he's coming in. Hey dude, what's up, man? So as some of you may know, Blake does have the disability access pass for his autism. So that's why we got access to it today. In case people are wondering and are brand new to the channel, that's why. So we get to skip the queue on some of the rides because for him and other people with physical and non-physical disabilities, queuing for a long period of time can be really, really tricky for us and for him. So that's why he has access to it. So I don't think we'd have queued for 40 minutes normally for this ride. I think we'd try it because it was 15 minutes, but hey, 15 minutes is the limit.
And we made it work. So
Always
if you're
made it
ever in a situation where you have, you see that it's 15 minutes and you get into the queue and it isn't, you just got to ride it. You just got to
Just gotta do it.
But if it gets too much, then leave the queue.
Wow, so we just arrived at Ninjago and it's a 70-minute wait standby line, so that is absolutely insane. It is easily as busy as it was when we came last week during half term. Easily. Lego Ninjago done. That was what, a 15-minute wait?
15 minutes.
15-minute wait even with our pass, but annoyingly enough, there was nobody actually checking who had the ride access pass and who didn't. And like your fast passes and stuff, there's no one actually there checking. So all the queues just got like merged into one right before the ride. So anybody could have literally jumped in the fast pass
Yeah,
ride
they could have. No one
queue
checked.
and no one checked, which is a little bit weird. I'm not sure why Legoland are doing that. They did it with us last week actually, funny enough, on that ride, didn't they?
I honestly don't believe they've got enough staff.
I don't think they've got enough staff. It's really bizarre. But yeah, but that was a fun ride. I won again, as you saw. She's not happy.
Huh?
So I won again.
Oh yeah. And then
now,
he tries to tell me how to do it, like I've never won.
I was trying to give you tips.
Well, you don't need to give me tips. I know how to
Okay, but now we're gonna get something to eat.
do it. Blow.
Mansplaining.
This is how you do it. I was like, yeah, I know how to do it. So.
Right, we're gonna get something to eat. We're gonna go into the Pirate Burger Kitchen and see what we can pick up today. So we came in here last week actually. It was quite spacious. The food was quite good. So we're gonna sit down and see if we can get the same level of service and good quality food again. So Donna is over here ordering on the old.
So the app. So kids menu.
Yeah.
Blake will have chicken tenders.
Small fries.
Water.
That's $7.50.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get some.
Oh, we'll get you some ketchup, dude. Don't worry about that.
And then
We're
what
going
are you
for
gonna have? I'm gonna have the barbecue chicken sandwich.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna go large. I'm just gonna go regular with a Coke Zero. No Fanta.
Oh, any mozzarella sticks? No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a double cheeseburger, I think.
Double cheeseburger.
Yeah, regular's fine.
Add that. No thanks. And then if you've got the annual pass,
Yeah.
you have to go and get your order number for that day that you've pre-booked.
Yeah.
And then you go order your food,
So that's our one for the day, because you know.
add discount, type in 1801, apply, £7.15 taken off the price.
Well, that's three of us for $35.75. That's not too bad.
Yeah, discount £7.15, so it comes to $28.60.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's without discount. Sorry. Yeah. There you go. $28.60. That's pretty good. How much is over here?
Amateurs or someone that knows how to ride Ninjago?
You don't know. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you were doing it wrong.
You're a swiping, not pushing. So we have our food, took about 5 minutes, not even that. And now we've got a nice little table in the corner with some condiments and a boy who's hyperactive and hungry. And we're gonna sit and let you know what our food's like. So Blakey, could you tell everybody what you got to eat?
Chicken nuggets and chips.
Chicken nuggets and chips and some ketchup to dip it in.
Very hot, isn't it?
It is a little bit hot, so be careful, buddy Kay.
When I dip it in here,
Yeah,
that's good.
that really good, is it? To be fair, Blakey finished all of his food last time, didn't he? So that's high praise because he's normally a bit fussy when it comes to chicken nuggets, but he likes these.
I would become a chicken nugget.
You think you become a chicken nugget by eating too much chicken nuggets? I think so too. So here we have the double cheeseburger. There we go. Onions, lightly cooked, pickles, cheese. It's pretty decent. Donna had the pickles, so I'm not going to eat them. But yeah, it's pretty good, right? Donna has nice, was it a barbecue chicken?
Yeah, barbecue chicken with onion rings.
I'll tell you what, that looks nice.
It was really tasty last time. It's got 3 chicken tenders, 3 onion rings, and salad.
It's pretty fresh too, right?
And the chips are really nice too. I shall demonstrate.
I shall demonstrate. Just get a cross section of that burger. Oh, it looks good.
It's really tasty.
As good as last time.
Yeah, about the same. Fresh tomato. It's honestly, it's warm. For theme park food, I think it's alright.
So I'm a couple of bites into my burger, and I've got to say it's bloody beautiful. Nice thick meat. Onions are just barely cooked, so they're really crispy. It's really good.
Guys, I'm nearly done like last night.
You are nearly done. You're doing so well, buddy. High praise from Caesar. That shows the food's good. So dinner done, food done, lunch done.
Lunch is done.
Lunch is done. It was good, wasn't it? I'm trying to think what meal it was.
Well, it was kind of lunch, wasn't it? Because it was like 11:45.
Yeah, but it was really good. Really tasty, actually.
The theme park food, I think, is really good.
Good price, what was it? 28,
28, I think.
28?
Well, they can see it on the box.
It's decent. It was really good. Blake ate the whole thing. We ate all ours. So yeah, decent. I recommend the food here, actually. I think it's really good.
Yeah, it's alright.
The rides are a bit slow loading and stuff, but the food's really good.
And the staff are really sweet as well.
Yeah, they're very, very nice.
They were really sweet, weren't they?
Yeah. So now we're going to head to the...
Raiders?
I think it's called Raiders. It's the shooting ride in Egypt. We're going to go on that. So we're going to head there right now. So, the shooting ride, again, I've forgotten the name. I've just filmed it. Raiders was a success for the most part. The ride was great. Me and Donna were separated by a mere 500 points.
He won again.
I won again. Just. Very close. But the ride went down, so we were in there waiting for what? 40 minutes, did you say?
40 minutes.
Another 40 minutes. So it was a bit of a tough wait, but we did meet a lovely lady from Ireland in the queue with her son Noah. We'll probably talk about it a bit more later on, because it just, I don't know, it showed how archaic and messed up the ride system is here in Legoland Windsor, and maybe in the UK in general, compared to Ireland, so we'll talk about that a bit later on. But for now, Blake is going to go and get his driving licence.
Again?
Yeah. Blake is no longer on the little driving course, he's on the big one. So he gets to ride off into the sunset with all these little kids.
He did really well on it last time, it was really impressive.
And I will say it's probably the most entertaining thing you can watch here at Legoland, watching all the kids go nuts on this what was it, a test track? It's great. It's brilliant. There he is. I've seen all kinds of crashes and incidents so far, so let's see how far Blake can go without crashing. Last time he had a 100% record. We'll see what happens this time, shall we? He's just... There he goes. Blake, how was driving school?
Good.
Did you crash? Good job, dude. So after all the driving excitement, now we're going to go on the fire engines.
And burn some calories.
Burn some calories. Have some fun.
Reserve and ride over there.
Reserve and ride over there. Let's go and see how long this takes. I remember last time we did reserve and ride a couple of years ago, didn't we? And it took a long time.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed it won't take that long this time. But we'll see. You have to wheel the fire engines using manpower all the way to the end where the burning buildings are. And then you got to put out a fire. So just entering Duplo Valley again, where Mum's famous fairy tale boat ride is. But we're not going on that, we are heading to the play area.
You sit with Blake in the play area, I might go on the fairy
Why have I got to sit with Blake? Why can't I go on the fairy tale boats?
You didn't want to go on it.
Oh, okay, well. So here we are, in the shadow of the minifig coaster and the Duplo dinosaur is this giant play area where Blake wants to spend 10 minutes of his time, so he can run around and do that while me and Mum supervise. And with that, the day at Legoland Windsor comes to an end. We had a good time, didn't we?
We had a good time.
A good time, but we figured we'd better head off because it's now what, like 3:30?
Yeah, 20 past 3.
20 past 3. Matilda's just finished school, so we better go back and pick her up from her friend's house. And we're about an hour from home, so we figured we'd book it now and get out. But
we've had... out before the old rush hour.
Yeah, before the old rush hour and everything like that. But we have annual passes, so we can come back whenever and keep doing the stuff. But yeah, we need to talk a little bit about the access pass. We did some stuff going around it, but we want to give you a little bit more footage about how to book it, how to use it better, and just overall impressions, because
the pitfalls and how to be aware of things.
Yeah, so we're probably going to put that in around about now. But yeah, it was crazy. Let's talk very quickly before we do that just about the sensory room, because there is a sensory room in Heart Lake City. I'm putting in the footage now, but it wasn't really very well signposted. They said that it existed and we said, okay, it's on the map around here somewhere, but we couldn't find it, so we had to go and ask somebody. And then they eventually told us where it was, but it was a little bit tricky, wasn't it, to find?
Very tricky. And if you've got a kid that just needs that, take the edge off right now, and we need to get to the sensory room, it's an added pressure of not knowing where it is and it's not being on any maps.
Yeah, even like the big main map in the middle of Heart Lake City, it wasn't on there. It was like, hey, you can ride here, you can eat here, and etc, etc, but no, here's the sensory room.
It is on the main paper map, so make sure you do grab one of those as you go into the park.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. We're walking back here, but I can't remember where actually we parked. We parked somewhere here, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we parked down here, didn't we, along this road?
That's right, I'm not really too sure where we parked. It's gonna be fun. We're in Goofy 3.
Goofy 3.
So yeah, either way, we went into the sensory room, and again, annoyingly, it's in a part of the park where I think it's quite a busy area. I don't think it's where it should be. Like in my opinion, a sensory room should be somewhere that's quite quiet and doesn't have a lot of through traffic. Whereas this seemed to be surrounded by people. Yeah. And even when you go through the main door, there was a what was it? A guest services,
like customer services
place. And there was a woman while I went in there kicking off about some tickets or something, and she wanted food stamps or food passes because something had gone wrong with the way she pays or something like that. Either way, she's kicking off, and I'm thinking, this is where a sensory room is supposed to be, and you're shouting and kicking off at the staff. Like, it's not exactly a calming atmosphere when you're like that, so maybe they need to rethink that, you know. But the sensory room itself, you thought it was quite nice, didn't you?
Yeah.
You thought it had everything you needed.
Yeah, quiet space,
yeah,
low lighting, really nice sound.
I'm seeing all the footage now, but yeah, it was okay.
There were people in there using it for going on their mobile phones.
Standard.
Not so much sensory, but there we go.
Yeah, so yeah, it was okay. Not the best I've ever seen. Is this our car here?
Yep.
Have we actually walked straight to our car?
Yeah.
Have you guided us right here?
Of course I have.
Donna, you're like a legend. We have literally walked down the correct row and to the car. This is female, I was going to say ingenuity. It's not, it's, what's the word?
Don't know, just...
Female spatial awareness.
Yeah, I've got a inbuilt sat-nav.
Inbuilt sat-nav. So let's get this boy in the car and get home, and then we can talk to you more about this access pass, because it's complicated. Hello everyone, we have made it back home from Legoland. It feels like we were there 2 minutes ago.
It does.
But I hope you enjoyed that lovely day at Legoland. But as we said in the outro when we were leaving to the car, we want to talk a little bit more about the access pass, how it works, how you get it, the pitfalls and how to use it, because it wasn't not the easiest thing to A, get your hands on, and B, to use, was it? Like, it was a bit of a
it takes a bit of research and a bit of patience. Anybody that's got any type of disability knows it's never straightforward.
Oh, God, no.
There's paperwork to fill out, there's photos to be taken, so we're just gonna take you through how we got it. So hopefully if you come across this video, it should make it a bit easier, because I found some pitfalls in even their process on the Merlin website.
Oh yeah, we did. So yeah, let's get to it. A nice quick roundup of how it works.
Yeah.
So first things first.
So step 1, access card. If you haven't already done so, you need to apply for an access card before you can actually pre-book or reserve anything at Legoland. So we have Blake's access card here. When he's older, he'll probably be really annoyed at that picture.
There he is, look at all that hair.
So we applied for the access card and we paid £10, and that came through the post.
And that is at www.accesscard.online, as you've probably just seen from the footage over the top.
Then what you do is you go to the Legoland website. So this is where it gets a bit tricky, and I don't think the Legoland website is actually very clear about where you go next. So you need to go to the accessibility tab on the top right of the page. Once you get to there, you scroll down and you click Ride Access Pass and Theme Park. You then scroll down again and you go to Ride Access Pass, apply here. For anyone that has already done this, it is literally just going to step 4 and reserving your day at the park. But for anyone that's it's their first time, you need to follow the steps, and there are 4 steps. So the first step is applying, which you can apply and it will take you to the Access website, and that's where you will go through the process of getting your Access Pass. Once you've got that, you then go on to step 2, which is linking your Access Pass, and there'll be a form to fill out there, along with uploading a recent picture of the person that is having the Access Pass. It will then generate an electronic ID sort of pass, but that never happened for us, so don't think it's going to drop into your inbox. It may not. So then you go down to step 4, which is to pre-book your visit. So what you do is you pre-book online and you book the day you want to go. Once you get to the park, you then have to go to the accessibility booth, which is the left-hand side once you've gone through the turnstiles at the entrance. You then go and speak to...
There's 2 queues at this section, isn't it?
Yeah.
One, I think the right-hand one is if you've booked online and got everything ready and just need to pick up your ID pass, you join that queue. I think the left-hand queue was for everything else.
General inquiries and
Yeah.
people that never reserved.
Yeah, so you join the right-hand queue and go to the window. And in theory, they should be able to give you your pass, which should look something like this.
So they printed out the pass, and they this was already pre-populated from the information that I gave. And that is valid. So this is a Ride Access ID Merlin Pass, and this is now valid till 2027. So whenever we go to Legoland, all we do now is we pre-book online. Once we get into the park, that's when you start using the app, which again is not user-friendly at all. You have to use your pre-booked order, which should come through an order number on your email. Once you've got your order number, you then need to go over to the Legoland app on your phone. This is the fun part. You then need to go to My Visit along the bottom tabs and click My Tickets and Passes. It then comes up with a green tab of Add Tickets and Passes. You then put your order number and your email address that you use to book the passes. You then search, and then they will pre-populate into the My Tickets and Passes. As you can see, we've got Ride Access Pass individual booked in there. So now, hopefully, this clever system will pick up in your app that you've got these Ride Access Passes, so you don't need to do anything else. Once you're in the park, and you've done all these steps, and you've picked up your Merlin Pass, and you've done all that, you then put your Wi-Fi on, the Legoland Wi-Fi, to use the app.
The signal is terrible up there, so you have to use their Wi-Fi.
And the reason that you have to do that is it will only pick up this Ride Access Pass within the app once you're on the site, so it picks up your location. You then click on Shop, Reserve and Ride. Already purchased Reserve and Ride? Yes.
Yes, you should have by this point.
And then Activate Now, and then it will come up with a list of rides. So you should be seeing on your screen now, there is a list of rides. At the moment, it's obviously the park is closed. But you then click in and pick your first reservation for your ride. It may give you a 45-minute wait, it may give you a 90-minute wait, and sometimes on a busy day, it will be full and you cannot pick that ride. So what you need to do is choose another ride. So once you've done that, you then enjoy your day and go about.
I was gonna say it's as easy as that.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
So once you've got your first one in the bag, you go up to the ride access area, you walk through and there should be a member of staff that scans that ride access pass for that reservation, and then it resets, and depending on the waits, you may have to wait another 45 minutes. It could be up to an hour, but I think the minimum wait is 30 minutes. Yes. Isn't it? There is a minimum wait outside of the queue. So there we are in a nutshell. That's what you need to do. Probably needed a whole nother vlog just on that. Probably.
After all that, what is our review and final thought on the ride access pass for Legoland Windsor? What do you think? I think I know the answer to this, but these people don't.
I thought it was shocking. I just don't understand how a massive theme park corporation like Merlin can integrate accessibility with a paid service. I don't understand it. It doesn't work, and they need to change it. And what I mean by that is, you can turn up on the day as a normal guest and buy the wrap pass, but it's not called the wrap pass, is it? It's the ride and...
It's technically a fast pass, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's the same queue as somebody that has paid for the fast pass.
Yeah, so it's not a ride accessibility pass, no. It's just the fast pass queue that you haven't paid for.
They put in place measures that you had to reserve your day that you went to try and eliminate or limit how much or how many people are queuing, and it doesn't work.
No, because you can get a certain amount of people who do buy that pass, and then unfortunately for the people who do have a disability of any kind, they're stuck where they can't queue for long periods of time. They're forced to queue for long periods of time because those queues are massive because people have just bought the pass.
So for example, when we went in this vlog, we were there, it was an inset day for Blake, but it was still holidays for a lot of people. We went to the Raiders. Is it called Raiders? We never know what the name of that.
No, the laser one.
The laser one. I'm sure it's Raiders.
I think it's called Raiders.
We were in front of another family that had come over from Ireland, and the child was severely autistic. Yeah. And this lady was like, am I in the right queue? She's like, I don't really understand how this works because I'm in the paid queue. And I said, I tried to explain it to her, didn't I, that we're going to be here for quite a while. I would say the maximum Blake could queue before it starts to get, what's the word?
Too much?
Too much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
And the other thing, when you're in that queue, it is not sensory friendly.
No.
Like, just, it is, you are in the queue, but you're in the privileged queue. That's how it feels. It feels like you're in the privileged queue. Yeah. And it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. So when we came out of that ride, we had been queuing half an hour. It was carnage. It was utter carnage, wasn't it? Trying to keep these children calm and these young adults calm. We then walked towards the car licensing ride where the kids can ride and get their license. And I said to Jake, with the way this is set up, something's going to go wrong. There is going to be a big problem because we're going to come across somebody that can't queue and is going to get stuck in a queue, and they're either going to cause damage to themselves or damage to other people. And I kid you not, I swear I must have manifested it, believe it or not. Sound like my mother. It happened. We queued in the, me and Blake went and queued in the ride access pass queue, and there was a family behind us again, and one of the little boys, he just wasn't handling it well at all. And we were in this queue for 20, 30, 40, and I was thinking, in a minute, something bad's going to happen, and it did. And sadly, it got so much for him that when he actually got to ride the ride, he had a complete meltdown. He couldn't ride. his father had to restrain him and physically take him off the ride because they wouldn't allow the ride to start with him there. He was pulling, shoving, kicking, holding on to the exit.
Yeah.
It was the worst experience I've ever seen. And for those poor parents and those poor children, having all of those people watching and judging the situation, it was horrific, wasn't it?
It was terrible.
Oh, yeah, wow, it really upset me.
But it just shows, doesn't it, that Legoland don't really accommodate for people with physical and non-physical disabilities very well at all. They don't do it. It's just the same line as a fast pass queue. So they're missing so many opportunities and causing so many issues for families. And you know what? If someone asks, should we go to Legoland with our child who's neurodivergent, we'd probably say no.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are people here that will comment and say that just don't take him to theme parks. But why shouldn't Blake have the same opportunities as a child that is not neurodivergent?
Yeah, you can tell, we said this when we were going around the park, that you can tell that the system itself wasn't designed and set up by people who have experience with neurodivergence or disability. You can tell that they haven't been in the room, the solutions haven't been co-produced, nothing's been developed in that way. So it's a service not designed with people, but just barely even for them, actually.
Yeah, I would say it was barely even for them.
So it wasn't a great experience for us. I mean,
it wasn't a great experience for Blake.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. But
we could give Legoland loads of tips, just basic things that they could do, i.e. the reserve. If you're pre-booking, there has to be a maximum. So stop looking at your top line, and when people come into the park and pay for this service, you need to be looking at the people that are already pre-booked and minimise. There are systems. If America can do it, the British can do it.
I think as well, we touched on it in this vlog actually, with just basic ride setup and the amount of cars and loading, things like that. Like, it takes so long to load up these rides. There's not very many cars on the track, so it takes so long anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just not set up very well. Like, they need a bit of an overhaul, don't they, with just basic ride operation procedures.
I think they're going to get an overhaul if Universal get into Bedford.
Oh,
they'll be shutting them out. It's done.
They will. Yeah.
And I think we are privileged in the fact that we are able to take our children to Orlando to experience what it's like to be able to use the accessibility queues in Universal Studios. To me, Universal Studios have got it.
They've got it almost perfect.
It is world class. Like, it is first class. It knocks spots off of Disney.
Yeah.
It knocks spots off of everything we've ever seen. So if I was them, I would be looking at Universal Studios and saying, hi, knocking on the door.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Yeah. How do we do that better?
But in terms of Legoland itself, if you're going to Legoland, just take your time and enjoy what you can get on, because you can't get on a lot when it's a busy day.
Yeah. And
just as a normal person.
Also saying that, twice we went on Ninjago, and twice nobody scanned our ride access pass. So we could have just literally, as anybody, walked up that small queue and got on the ride and just cut into the line.
Yeah, and it would have saved you an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because we also, I think we touched on that as well in the vlog.
Yeah.
There's not enough staff.
There's not enough staff at all. At all.
And did you want to... I think we touched on the sensory. You've done all that, haven't you? We talked about the sensory.
Yeah, we spoke about the sensory room. It's really hard to find. Really awkward place next to guest relations, where some woman was kicking off, and you just think it's not a very calming atmosphere when Mrs. Jones, for example, was out there yakking about meal tickets or wanting free passes for something. You think, hang on a minute, is this the right place for that? Probably not.
So it just feels that accessibility has not been around the table when discussions have been done, and how they have made this, even the new system. This is a brand new system. It's only been in place, I think, 5 months, and it's just
very
not
convoluted.
Yeah,
a new system.
Yeah, it's not for. Yeah. They haven't thought about the people that have to use it, and this is the world we live in now.
Yeah, and that's our 10 cents on the matter.
So if you're still here,
Thank you.
just send us to Legoland or Merlin. If anybody knows Merlin
It's crazy, isn't it?
CEOs,
Yeah, send us there. We'll have a chat.
we'll have a little chat with them.
Yeah, I'm all about co-production these days.
You are. In all, we had a lovely day. It was just,
We did have a great. We went twice in the space of a week.
Yeah,
and we had two really nice days.
yeah,
It's just
the pitfalls
the
of
pitfalls of it, and I suppose we're quite glass half full, aren't we? With things like that.
If you go with somebody that's got no patience, don't bother going, because you've got to have a lot of patience, haven't you?
Yeah.
And if you have a neurodivergent child, they have to have some patience. Like, it's not good. Nowhere is ever automatically on the ride. You have to be prepared.
It has to be a small wait. Everyone has to wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And explain those things.
so there we go.
We're back.
We're back on the old vlogging scene. Back with a rant.
Back with a rant.
It's fine.
No headboard. No headboard.
No headboard talk
talks.
today. If you're lucky, you might get one next week. I've just promised that. I can't follow through on
Have
that.
you just manifested that?
Maybe.
Watch your space.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Right.
Okay.
On that note, we'll love you and leave you. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, drop a like, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think of Legoland if you've been before. Let us know what you think of the ride access pass and what they could do to improve it. Have a little conversation.
Yeah. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.